This is a fresh new save in Silksong. By using a save editor, I tweaked some settings to begin the game in the brutal world of Act 3. But there is one major problem with doing this. Enter the impossible tutorial. In Act 3, the game gets much more difficult, but you may not have realized just how much the environment itself has changed. Many platforms have been destroyed, as the game expects you to have every unlockable ability from Act 1 and 2. But we're going to see if it's possible to escape Moss Grotto with absolutely none of those. The first couple of rooms are deceptively normal, besides the dead Maramar in the secret area at the start and your typical Act 3 Abyss enemies. It's a straightforward run until we encounter a juiced up Moss Mother. This is where everything begins to fall apart, literally. There's a Moss Berry at the top of this room which is now impossible to reach. Killing the boss here with a level 1 weapon is very time consuming and gets you absolutely nothing in return, so we're going to move on. In this room, you can drop down here and grab a frayed rosary string for later, but now the ledge to the right is missing, so you're going to have to walk all the way around to get back here. Now things get really tricky, as most of the platforms in the next room are gone, meaning we have to use this Maramore to time our pogo and get to the platform above. But make sure to keep your silk meter full. That's going to be important very soon. Once we're up here, we can see a platform in the distance, but there's no way we're going to make the jump from here. Luckily, you can pogo off of these spikes, but this platform is now our enemy, and it makes this jump very tight, but not quite impossible. With proper timing, you can make it all the way across, or at least far enough to respawn on the platform. Now we encounter another problem. We can't jump to the platform above us, so we'll need to take the bottom route. However, the awkward shape of this wall stops us from jumping high enough to cover enough distance to actually reach it. This is where our silk comes into play. Use silk bind mid-jump to gain just enough momentum to make the jump. Congratulations, we're done with the easy part. Now we've come across a ledge that is both too high and too far to reach. How do I get up there? And then when I get up there, I've got to get up there. Oh no, I'm fucked. We can't use this enemy to pogo up either, but we can get a little creative by intentionally having him kill us to spawn a cocoon. This cocoon is going to be crucial for our escape plan, and by using the cocoon to pogo, we can... still not reach. And trust me, I tried this a lot. Now just so you're aware, I was using some cheeky little hacks only to save time getting back to this spot, because there was a lot of experimenting that had to be done, and right now things weren't looking good. But suddenly, after many more attempts, this happened. Maybe it was just bad luck, but I had never seen this guy gain abyssal powers until now. I was beginning to doubt it was even possible, but suddenly I had hope. Enemies gain new attacks in dark mode, and that would be our ticket out of this place. The trouble is, they will only gain one of many possible abyssal attacks at a time, and these fidget spinners won't do, so we'll have to keep resetting until we get something more favorable. Now that's more like it. Using this missile attack, we're able to bait him into attacking at just the right angle to launch us on the platform. This took me forever to get right. Now we just need to do the same with this guy, meaning there is a lot of RNG involved here. I bait this guy into attacking at the right time, and finally we make it to the next room. We finally made it to our very first bench in the game, but we're not free just yet. In this room, there is a gap you can almost make in a single jump. It is infuriating how close you can get to actually grabbing the ledge, but it just doesn't work. There's nothing in this room that can kill us for a pogo cocoon, and no enemies nearby to gather silk from. Even if you backtrack to gather more silk, getting hit by the abyss attack drains your silk, which is a requirement to get here in the first place. Freedom felt so close yet so frustratingly far away. That's when I remembered the bench. We can use that to our advantage. If you save and quit, you'll automatically be transported to the last place you rested. So if I left to gather more silk, I could teleport back and use it to cross the gap. So I found some enemies, got myself a bunch of silk, quit the game, reloaded in, and... turns out I was wrong. You do not keep your silk when using this trick. My ultimate plan had failed, and I was shattered. Oh, come on. No, fuck. But then it hit me. Remember when I said the cocoon from earlier would be crucial to our escape plan? Now this is where it truly comes into play, but this will only work after you get the bench. We must go back to the previous room, jump back down, use the flying enemy to push ourselves up again, but this time let him kill us. respawn at the bench, go back to our cocoon, and bam, we are now at full silk. Using silk bind, we're now able to cross that final gap and make it out of here. And don't worry, the moss mother that usually spawns here doesn't appear in Act 3. So continue straight forward, ascend to the top, get woken up by the invisible voice in your head, and you are now free to explore Act 3 to your heart's content. Will the rest of the game be beatable this way? I have no fucking clue, but I plan to find out during my second playthrough, so stay tuned for that.
No, but what?